Let's go to Paris.
Summer rain.
Welcome to my first full day in Paris.
Watch the time float on. Cool air blow.
I am in Paris. And I have always wanted to go abroad, I feel like my whole life, and it didn't ever really work out before. And I had this amazing opportunity when my friend Megan moved to Paris, and she invited me and let me come and stay with her. So it was kind of like an opportunity of a lifetime that I couldn't pass up, and now I'm here. Okay. Absolutely insane. So today, let me just give you, while I'm here and Megan's at work, let me give you a little debrief rundown of what's happened so far. So this is I would say my first full day in Paris. I got in at like 8:50 a.m. Paris time yesterday morning and didn't get to where Megan lives until around like 11. So came back, dropped off my stuff, and then we went for lunch. And then after that we just like walked along the Seine and went to Shakespeare and Company, which I was so excited to go to since I am a book lover, English major. But so I went there, and it's always so hard for me to decide like what book to get, because I always want to like get a book that I actually want to read, but also it's like, oh, I feel like I should get a classic. And originally I was gonna see if they had like French fairy tales, because I feel like that could be cool, and that's something that I would like keep and cherish and stuff. But I didn't see any, so instead, actually I have it here, hold on. Instead, I got an Agatha Christie book, but they do, which I adore, is they stamp it. And then, so you always know, I think it's so special because the next person who even gets this book or years from now, like, you'll know where it came from. And they also give a free bookmark, which is so cute. After that, we went and we sat by the river and just talked for a few hours, and we walked over towards Bastille and in front of the opera house there and like sat down there. And then afterwards we went, because since they don't eat dinner here till like the earliest that you could get dinner is like 7, but normally they don't eat till like 8, 9. So then today was like our first full day of Paris, and I was so excited because I booked us a perfume making class. It was something that I feel like for me, Paris was never like on my radar of like, here's the top places that I really want to go. I was never there, but the funny thing is when I was like 14, 15, when we went to Salem as like a family vacation, I like for fun did a psychic reading, and she told me that I was going to go to Paris. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not going there. Because at the time I like wanted to study abroad in London and everything. But now I'm here, so she wasn't wrong. She may have taken a lucky guess, but she wasn't wrong. Which is crazy because, as like, again, it was never on my radar until all this happened, and then until like February. But so we did that, and it was so cool learning about, I actually have a bag from it. It was so cool learning about like, so they were talking about how there are like 3 levels of any fragrance. So you have your top notes is what you're gonna smell first, and that's normally like all you smell when you're sampling things in a store. And then you have your heart notes, which is what the majority of the scent is and kind of what you get in the middle. And then you have your base notes, and those are going to be the like thicker, warmer scents that like last and stay on your skin or your clothing, or it can stay some from 14 up to 72 hours on something. So you got to make sure you like the base note to make sure that you'll like what happens to the perfume afterwards. So here is, shake it up a little. Here is our perfume. So basically they had all of these different, I was on like a circular tray with the tiers, and we of different bottles of the, I don't know if they're essential oils, because they also had like, it has alcohol in it because perfume has alcohol in it, but whatever it is, like the bottles of just the one scent, and so then you would smell all them and then write down which ones you liked and like do a test sample of them, and then so that way the perfume or perfumologist, not sure the right term, well then at the end, whatever you say you like per the different notes, then they will help you pair together a fragrance that works. For my top notes, I did bergamot and tangerine. And then for my base notes, I did magnolia and gardenia. And, oh, messed that up. For my top notes, I chose tangerine and bergamot. For the heart notes, I chose magnolia and gardenia. And then for the base notes, I chose blackberry and like woody. So fun. And then they gave us like a certificate, and it's cool too because they keep the piece of paper that has the measurements and everything on it, and then that way if you like it and you want more of your specific scent, you can order it from them, and they ship like all over the world. So I thought that was really cool. And then after that, we went to this crepe place that Megan loves. It was so good. I got the Nez Rouge, which was the crepe with chocolate, raspberries, and whipped cream and mascarpone. It was amazing. So after that, we walked over to the opera house that, I think it's Opera de Gaulle. It's the opera house that Phantom of the Opera is based off of, which is so cool. It looks so pretty. We didn't go inside of it, but like from the outside, all the architecture and structure here is just gorgeous. And sadly, there are no ballets playing while I'm here. Like the days that I'm here, it's like in between their shows, which is kind of sad because, I mean, I would have loved to see it. And then at the end of June, it's Midsummer Night's Dream. And I thought that would have been so cool, since I already know the show, to then see it performed as a ballet. It would have been so cool. But instead, at the gift shop for the opera house, I got this little ballerina. Just because to me, like, when I think of Paris, I think of perfume and ballet and the pastries and food and baguettes and stuff. So that was super exciting. And then after that, we went to, it's basically like if you've ever been to Saks off 5th in New York, it's where it's just a store, or like kind of like a more higher end Macy's or bigger, where it's a store full of all these like designers inside of it. So that's what this was, but like larger scale. And they have a rooftop where it's free. You can go up to the rooftop and then get this beautiful view of Paris, and I'll insert some clips. It was stunning. That was the first time I like saw a glimpse at the Eiffel Tower, which is really cool. Oh, also yesterday, so Megan lives in the Latin Quarter, so we're right by the Seine and Notre Dame, so we like walked over and like saw Notre Dame. I mean, you can't really see much because of all the scaffolding, but it's still a beautiful building even with the scaffolding. So that has been my time in Paris so far. when Megan gets done with work, we're just gonna like meet up and grab dinner somewhere. So we have some more things planned. Like we're gonna go to the museums tomorrow. We're gonna go to the Louvre and L'Orange, which is, I mean, the Louvre's the Louvre, and then L'Orange is a museum where they have an exhibit of Monet's water lilies. So I'm excited for that. Maybe we'll go to l'Arc de Triomphe. I'm not sure, tomorrow. And then on Saturday, we're gonna try to go to Giverny, which is the home of Monet, and see his like actual garden and home and what inspired the water lilies. Super excited. And then on Tuesday, we're gonna go to the top of the Eiffel Tower because I feel like I have to. Yeah, for the most part, like just kind of seeing what the day brings. I have a list of like some things I want to do.
I'm so sorry for dreaming about the future. Maybe I'll be better when we're old enough. Hey, I'm sorry for dreaming about the future. You and I'll be better when we're old enough. Take apart